Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we are here with a spicy suggestion for this second stage of the KC Cup. It's now becoming a reality. It's coming in tomorrow. Now that you're seeing the video, it should be Thursday, so tomorrow on Friday at 7 o'clock in Italy, the second stage will start. And for those of you that are still playing Duel Links like they feel like they are enjoying it, this could be actually the first KC Cup where you could do better. Why? Because tons of people actually have gone to Master Duel, so there should be less people playing this KC Cup. At least I hope there won't be those guys playing 600, 700 games in those 3 days, and maybe us humans, we humans can be, can have a peaceful enjoyment of this KC Cup, just playing those 100 duels in 3 days that are still a lot though. And I've got these spicy combos you may have seen from the thumbnail, from this trap card. It's pretty good. But before jumping right into the deck list, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with the how is it called? I can't remember. Diva, right? With Diva and Mind of the Planas. Yes, I'm talking about Burning Abyss. Mind of Plana is an easy skill to get rid of something thanks to the effect of Farfa. This is a common use of this deck with this skill, because Farfa can just banish a monster on the field until the end phase. But with Mind of the Plana, you can just, with no requirements, no life points, cost, nothing, you can just use the skill and make the monsters that were banished vanish just into the nothing, to the shadow realm. Nothing, they're gone forever. Your opponent has no access to them. So it's a pretty good skill to use, but mainly because there's nothing else that you can use with this. I've tried several things. I may switch. I'm definitely using this in the KC Cup among my decks, and I just tested like LP boost, like to have those 1000 life points more, and it's because there are a lot of duels where I do not use Mind of the Plana at all. So I mean, it's just a skill, the best that fits into this deck, because this deck really does not feel like, it really does not need a skill. So Burning Abyss are really that good. For the whole that are not familiar with these cards, they basically have a couple of effects. You can only activate one of them though per turn. You can decide to special summon them if you control no spell and trap cards, or you can activate the other effects. So they all share these effects, and then they have another effect. Skarm can add a level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your deck to your hand in the end phase. Sir can special summon a Burning Abyss monster from your graveyard, so it can be both a Dante and a Virgil. Then we've got Farfa, that is the guy that banished, and we've got a Rubish, that is the only guy that has no other effect other than the special summon one, but it is a tuna. So you basically won't always special summon this guy because you're not losing any effect. And then we've got as the last monster Crane, just because he's a level 3 and really combines well for the Dante summon and the Virgil summon. It really just synergizes well with this deck, because when he summons a Burning Abyss from the graveyard, he negates his effects, and basically what he wants to negate is the effect of the Burning Abyss that says that if you control a monster that is not a Burning Abyss, destroy this card. But because his effect is negated, you can actually control a Crane and a Burning Abyss. Actually, the Burning Abyss you just summoned with its own effect. And then you can decide to go into the stuff. So I'm playing 2 Dante. I feel like they're enough, honestly. And then I'm playing Nightmare Shark to steal some games, Ghastly Color Card to have extra backrow removal, and then we've got Stone King Darius just as a turn 1 play, but I'm never really using it, like, because this guy can actually pop monsters when he battles them, so it can be a nice attack to get rid of some annoying monster, But what's the spice? The spice is for sure not the ballistic squad, because it's just so good, because you can maybe use a Burning Abyss monster you just summoned from the grave thanks to the effect of Sir, you can tribute it and to pop with Ballistic Squad to pop a card your opponent controls, and then to get the effect once again. Maybe you just summon this Karm and you can tribute in, so send it to the graveyard to activate the effect once again. But the spice is this card, Dark Sacrifice. Why it is so good? I don't know if it was actually designed for Burning Abyss, but this is pretty good. I mean, you can, when your opponent activates a card effect that will destroy a card or cards on the field, you can activate this, negate the effect, and then send one level 3 or lower dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. Now, keep in mind that this card works alone, like, you do not need to have any monsters on the field. You, like for example Ballistic Squad, you can just have your Dark Sacrifice, and even if your opponent activates a Mystical Space Typhoon on this card, you can chain it, and you want to do that because you want to send a Burning Abyss from your deck to the graveyard. So that's really a good card, honestly. You can basically use any effect of your Burning Abyss in your opponent's turn with this card. You can send a Sir and special summon a Burning Abyss from your graveyard. You can send a Farfa and banish until the end phase a monster your opponent controls and avoid the OTK, so you can save yourself. And then you can set this Karm, so you get the add in the end phase, so you have you can set your plays for your following turn. And guys, that is all. The deck just works so good because it is just so consistent. As long as you have a couple of monsters, wherever they are, you have a guaranteed Dante. And if you have a guaranteed Dante, you can just use, its effect to mill other stuff and maybe get some more effect. Really good. Just a little suggestion: if you happens to begin the duel and you go first and you have no traps, I suggest to have a Farfa, and you have a Farfa maybe. Just keep your Farfa under your Dante's materials. Among your Dante's materials, because you wanna your opponents get rid of Dante, send the Farfa to the grave in his turn, and then get the effect of Farfa in his turn, so that you actually can banish one monster your opponent controls. That's a pretty nice defense. As well as Sir, you can just keep Sir, so you either want a Sir or a Farfa and among your materials in your Dante's first turn play, because you have something to do your opponent's turn. Remember that. Guys, don't miss the replays because they're just so good. Also, I actually met a crazy deck. It was so cool, actually. A Synchro Blue Eyes deck. It is not Light Sworn though, and it was pretty nice with Formula Synchron. I won, but it was such a nice duel. So guys, if you have some question, ask in the comment section down below, and we can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First duel, Lumis and Umbra. This was a Gaia deck. So, actually guys, the point is that Dark Sacrifice just feels so good in this meta, because the most popular, actually the tier 1 deck I think is like Gaia, and the main thing about Gaia is that it can pop cards with Gaia the Magical Dragon of Noids. So, that's the thing, and Dark Sacrifice just works perfectly against Gaia. Also, the other, maybe the most common card is Mystical Space Typhoon that just pops a card on the field, so Dark Sacrifice just is so good. And another most common card is Treacherous. And what does Treacherous? Treacherous pops card on the field, so Dark Sacrifice works against all of this. That's why it feels so good. So we've got us to begin, we got a Skarm to begin with, and then a Rubich. I felt enough safe, to go into a Virgil, just because I wanted that extra draw just in case Virgil was destroyed. Also I had a negation, so I was chilling, and also the Skarm in the end phase let me add Sir. So he's got the Galloping Gaia. What a start! I mean, because he does not have the skill, right? So he just had the field spell in his hand. He's got the add with the field spell, then Guide the Magical Knight, of course summoning the Curse of Dragonfire, and the big boy is here. Unfortunately, decided not to pop anything, so he just went straight up with an attack, and he boosts up. Also, I get no draw because of the effect of the Galloping Gaia, that I cannot activate effect in the battle phase, unfortunately. So, but I've got my following play. I've got the Crane to bring back the Rubich, then again Synchro Shogun into Virgil because I wanted to get rid of the Gaia. Then he's got the effect of Magical Dragon, but he misclicked, I guess, because he targeted his own trap card. I mean, even if he targeted the Dark Sacrifice, I could have stopped that, you know. So there was no problem to that, and because then the guy will have come back to the extra deck anyway, and even if he activates the effect of Wall of Disruption with a couple of monsters, it's fine because we've got a Ballista squad, so we were anyway in a good position. Now he's got basically nothing. He's got a set card. I can just pop that with my Ballista squad, and then Scarminian face to add a Sir. At this point, there's nothing you can do. I can just summon a Sir. I have another Ballista squad. I can just attack. It was really nothing. I mean, the duel maybe would have been a little bit longer, but I'm not sure, because if he had the chance to use the Wall of Disruption, but as you can see, I was in perfect control of the duel. There you go. Second duel, boys, against Yami Yugi. Let's see what we've got. It's us to begin, so we got a Farfa, and we've got the usual combo with Crane, but we do not need the effect of Farfa though, so we are no problem at this point. At this point, we just want to mill something to see if we get to the search in the end phase, and we did actually. Also with the with Sir's mill, we've got also to bring out the Farfa back on the field. So Farfa combined with Ballista squad is just so good because it's a -2 for your opponent. One because -1 because you have Ballista squad to pop a card, and -2 because of the effect of Farfa that banishes a monster your opponent controls. So we got Scarm in the end phase, we've got the Tuna, so that we have access to Virgil. Let's see what he's got. He's got nothing, so I guess he has some hand trap. I decided to go with the Rubich summon, then Virgil is here, and then I used the effect of Dante, but I just milled one because I wanted to attack with Dante and not trigger his Destiny draw, of course. So I also milled the Seer, so I was pretty lucky. I had to recycle Farfa once again, and as I predicted, of course, he's got Battling Box Reveal and Hand Trap, and then I decided not to attack because, of course, I do not want to trigger the Destiny draw. He's got the Star Set of Sovereignty as a combo. He's got the other one. Now he's got also Mystical Space Typhoon, but I can just use my Dark Sacrifice to send a Scarm that will let me have the monster in the end phase, and I can also negate that, of course, because he actually targeted my Ballista squad. He's got the I did do nothing right here because these two guys cannot be used for an Xyz summon as long as he uses 3 monsters. So until he has a couple of monsters, I'm chilling, but then he uses the Monster Reborn to get the 3rd monster so that he can Xyz summon. At this point, toggle on Ballista squad to pop one of the guys so that in this situation he can still not Xyz summon, but then I've got also the effect of Farfa to get rid of the other one. A couple of set cards, but I'm chilling. Scarmel let me add another monster to my hand, so I'm really in a good spot right here. I can just use the effect of Virgil, make the Battling Box Reveal come back to deck, and also because I discarded a Sir, I can summon a monster from my graveyard, so Farfa is coming back. I decided to attack, but it's got the Book of Moon, and at this point I just let the Star Seraph right there because I do not want to trigger the Destiny draw, even if he attacked with my Virgil, because keep in mind that you already lost 1500, so you have to remember that. He's got what a draw right there with the Star Seraph set there, but actually it's not enough because this guy is limited to 2, so he cannot add anything. He just attacked it. At this point, he can't do anything. He just cooked. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, against yugioh, the last character we had in Duel Links, and I forgot to mention that Dark Sacrifice is so good also against Phantom Knights. Why? Because Phantom Knights have that rank tree, I can't remember the name, that just pops himself in another card, and you can negate that effect with Dark Sacrifice. Keep in mind that. So it's him to begin. He's got just 4 set cards, as you can see right there. But we are in a pretty good spot. I mean, it's always a good spot. We've got Rubik with the Farfa normal summon, so that we can summon Virgil, then use the effect of Farfa to send to banish the said monster, and then use the skill to send it to another dimension. Then the effect of Virgil to start getting rid of back rows. I send a Skarm, so I'm gonna have a I get to have the card in my hand phase, also double set. Just one of the best hand you can have with this deck. I get to have the Sir, I'm chilling, so he's got nothing actually at this point, and I can just use the effect of Virgil, discard the Sir, get rid of a back row, then use the effect of Sir, bringing back the Skarm, tribute the Skarm to with Ballista Squad to pop the other back row, and also keep in mind, even if he had something at this point, I still have something to add in the end phase with Skarm's effect. So really insane consistency for this deck. It's just so good. There you go. Here we go, my boys. 2-win streak. This was the third one, and this was the crazy duel I was talking about during the deck list breakdown. So this was insane. So just keep an eye on this. We've got Sage with the Eyes of Blue, and here you just think, okay, this is just a normal Blue Eyes player, right? No, because he's got, of course he has the stone, and then look at that, he's got cards of consonants, draw 2, and then he's got Jester Comfort. Why? Because he goes with the Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron to draw a card, and then in the end phase, the stone will provide a level 8 monster. This time is a Dragon Spirit of White, but could have been a Blue Eyes White Dragon, of course, as we know for the White Son of Ancients. But now he's got the access in my turn to a quick Synchro summon of a level 10. But in that moment, I couldn't think of any level 10 that he could summon, so I was just like, what can he do though? So I made a misplay right here, so look at that, I've got the Rubik summon, then the Skarm to draw in the end, to add in the end phase, but then I don't know why I went with the Virgil, and I'm saying, I don't know why, because I do not have any Burning Abyss card to discard, so Virgil is quite useless right now. And also I made the trick, like I faked that I wanted to go into the battle phase, so he was forced to use his synchro effect, his Formula Synchro effect, to go into a Shenxian Sky Dragon that actually gains 800 for each card in his hand. So that was pretty good, honestly. He's got a 3200 beater on the field. But now keep in mind that if I would have had a Burning Abyss card, I could have just said I want to continue my man phase and discard a card using the Virgil's effect to shuffle this guy back into the deck. So this duel lasts longer just because I made a misplay. So it's got also DT Croy in the end phase, so I get no odd right there. That was pretty nice. Now I'm in a pretty bad spot. It's got Sage with the Eyes of Blue to add the White Son of Ancient again. Then it's got another Jester Comfort, and then Formula Synchron once again to draw another card. Banish 3 Levianeer, and here comes the spies. Levianeer, no my man, I'm sorry. Dark Sacrifice says no thank you, and I get to send a Farfa. So with Farfa I can just banish the Ascensions and the Ascension, and also keep in mind that when the Ascension will come back, he will have 0 attack. That's pretty good. But he's got Labyrinth Builder. Oh my worthy. Labyrinth Builder, he's got level 5 on the field plus Formula Synchron, Odai's Metaverse Dragon, so no effects into the battle phase, and he just got to deal me some damage, no draw for me, and then Farfa in the end phase make the Ascension's Sky Dragon come back. I've got my Crane, so I'm chilling. Crane to recycle the Farfa, as you can see right here, Dante to begin with, and then detaching the Farfa to mill. So I've got first the effect of Farfa to banish the what did I choose? The Levianeer, because it was actually the monster with higher attack that I cannot reach that attack, right? So I can just banish the Levianeer, and then the effect of Seer to bring back the Virgil. So that's so good. The fact that Seer can bring back Virgil is so good. And then the skill to get rid of everything right there, so Levianeer does not come back. I've got my Ballista squad, then Virgil to pop himself, and also I've got the effect of Virgil right now because the Odd Dice Mother Bus is destroyed, and then Dante to pop the Sky Dragon. Also with the effect of Sky Dragon, he gets to summon his materials back. That was insane, but luckily for me, he's got no other level 10 to summon, so I'm chilling right now. I've got plenty of stuff, he's got the Dark World Duellinks, but at this point I can just discard a Farfa and banish his level 8. So at this point there's really nothing you can do. You can just go with Crane, and he just scooped. I could have gone into another Virgil or into another Dante, whatever I liked, honestly. I could have summoned a Sir, actually. Xyz Shogun into Dante, and then discard, using the effect of Dante, detaching the Seer, and Seer to special summon the Virgil back on the field. So it was just so good. Guys, that was all for today's videos. This tag is just so good. It's so consistent. I'm actually trying to play a lot with this just to, you know, to make my plays better, and also to face the most amount of different situation, to face the most amount of different decks that we can face in the KC Cup. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this idea. Of course, if you have some questions, feel free to ask me wherever you want in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.